likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them likes up. Get them, yeah. Get them likes up. 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 Up.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Spinning the Block. I am Carly on Chiffon, and I am here with.
Derek Demure.
And it's your boy DJ Designs.
Say we don't make the headlines.
We just debate the headlines and give them to you straight.
And this episode is, of course, brought to you by D's Totally Tees and Hughes BOA. Make sure you go cop all of that. So let's jump right in and start off with one of the shortest marriages that might ever be to happen in celebrity history, which is Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner. They got divorced and married already. I mean, they got married and divorced already, which is crazy because I didn't even know they got married. The divorce happened so quick that I didn't even know the marriage happened. Which I
They
thought,
got You don't remember them saying that they had got married?
no. I'm
I
like,
thought they was bullying.
you thought they was doing what?
I thought they was bullying.
Oh,
I thought it was just, like, oh, we married type. I didn't think it was true.
they got married. I feel like they
But,
had Brittany saying that they got divorced, and I'm just like, girl, what? When was the marriage?
that's crazy. So that was my favorite Muslim couple for the moment, man. Like, they was getting it in. They was courtside with LeBron in the playoffs. I liked them on social media. I wonder what the problem was. I think Kevin Gates might not be true to his Muslim, and I think she's taking that stuff seriously. But that's just my assumption.
I
Okay.
think she's taking it seriously, but some Muslim men just want to be dominant. You know how the Muslims from the uh, Middle East are. They have more dominance over their women, and I think he's taking that to a certain degree. And these American women, they aren't used to that. Even though she's trying to be submissive, it's only so much that I think she gonna submit to actually. And then some Muslims have more than one wife, depending on what part of Islam that you follow. So, I mean, that could be it too. It could be just like she feels some infidelity is going on. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I mean, for me,
So yeah,
it was a couple things.
That quick?
I thought that he was still married to Derica. I don't know if that's how you say her name or not. But
Drika.
Drika. I thought he was
Drika.
married to Drika in the first place, but somebody was telling me that they were never actually married in the first place. And then I'm kind of just like, Kevin Gates and Brittany Renner were only together for maybe like, I don't even want to say a couple months. I don't even know if it was a couple months. It just seemed like everything happened so fast. I feel like what happened in this situation, and I mean, this hasn't been completely reported or anything, but I just feel like he wanted to sleep with her. He knew that she wasn't going to do it before marriage. He said, well, let me marry you real quick. And then after it happened, he was like, all right, I'm good. That's kind
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
she was talking to Bootleg Kev, and she had said at the BET Awards, and she had said that they were married 52 days.
52 days. Yes,
So it was probably a little over 2 months that they had been messing around. You know what I'm saying?
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
But apparently she
Oh,
said something about a 90-day period where they have to figure out if they're going to get back together or not. So, I mean, they may reconcile it, figure out that they do want to be together. Who knows? But 52 days, that's an annulment at that point. It's not actually even a divorce. I don't even know if that's actually considered a marriage after it's an annulment. So, you know,
That's not a. That ain't no marriage, man. Did they even get married? Did they get like a whole wedding thing? At least Travis Hunter and them, they got a whole wedding thing going on. Did they just go to the courthouse? Because
they,
I don't remember seeing the wedding pictures or nothing.
they
yeah, I
have.
didn't see any. I didn't see any wedding pictures, but I know like 90 days that you have to wait as a reconciliation period or to see if you're pregnant. That was longer than the entire marriage lasted. You know what I'm saying? Which is
No,
crazy.
seriously.
For real.
Seriously. Talking about she might be pregnant, so they gotta take things slow, girl. You know you ain't pregnant, but that was just a blip of a marriage. I think they were just feeling each other. They was trying to do what Allah wanted, and realized they both for the streets or something. I don't know what it was, man.
I think both for the streets. Okay, well, from Kevin versus Brittany to another celebrity couple, we got DDG versus Halle. This has been like an ongoing situation for weeks and weeks and weeks. And honestly, I
Mm.
like seeing like them going at each other because I really thought they were like such a cute couple at the time when they were dating. Of course, they had a baby, but it's been going crazy ever since. Like text messages were released this week of Holly essentially kind of saying that she wanted to commit suicide because of the way their relationship was going. And it was just really like sad to watch. Like I hate seeing stuff like this come out in the public eye because this like some stuff is just not for everybody, you know?
Well, I don't know because I feel like this needs to come out because the picture that she was painting DDG just a previous week or two ago was he was a deadbeat dad. He's putting his child in certain predicaments, and now it's kind of showing the light. Well, it's like Hailey, you ain't no angel either. You got violence around your son. You cut DDG with a broken bottle. It's like what you're doing. I don't even think you're safe enough to even be full time custody of the kid. DDG probably needs to have the full time custody because obviously her mental is not there. She wants to commit suicide. She's harming people with physical objects. I just feel like she's not even in the right frame of mind to even take care of a child.
Oh, the comments say I feel like DDG was protecting her until she pulled the stuff with his son. Now I totally agree with that, but it seems like it's always the pretty ones that have these mental problems. Like for real, it's always the beautiful ladies always have something going on with their mental. I don't know what it is about that,
I don't even
but
think I think it's her postpartum depression. I don't think she had like mental issues until she had the baby, which postpartum depression can really like and it lasts for a certain amount of time and then she'll probably be back to like what she used to be. But like right now she's kind of like off her balance, like for real. So I feel like that's kind of not fair to like put those posts up that he did, like those. I mean, I know that you like trying to fight in court. I get it. Like court get dirty sometimes. So you go put these comments up and you go show the text messages and everything like that. But I hope that the judge actually kind of considers like, oh well, postpartum depression is happening here. Like there's a lot going on. Before that, like they did say she was putting air tags on him and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if she's just all the way as crazy as they saying she is.
but I think at that point you really have to do what you have to do. I mean, she trying to get a restraining order on him to where he can't see his son. Then she trying to be able to, take his son out of the country, which
Mhm.
means you could be gone for years before I could even see my son. Because once you get out of the country, you start playing those games. I can't just pick up and go to another country, and then even if I do, with the laws, and then you having a restraining order in place, if the restraining order were to still be in place, I could find myself locked up in a foreign country that I know nothing about.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's just a case of dog chase cat, really, and trying to get in touch with your son. I mean, man, women can't just be playing these type of games. And I understand the postpartum thing. I mean, I don't know. I can't just speak on that from a man's point of view. I mean, I can say that I understand it, but at the same time, I don't know what go through as a woman, what how women deal with that or whatever. But just to see this whole thing drag out as young as they are, I'm really just kind of disappointed in Halle and what she's trying to do at this point.
Yeah.
Well, the way it's playing out, really.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just disappointed in the way that's playing out. It really don't cause it to go this far. I think we got to get over the first thing we do is run to the courts and have the courts sort out our mess. Why can't we come to a mutual agreement? We do NDAs. Why can't we just come to a mutual baby mama baby daddy agreement about what we can do that can be sufficient for the child? I can pay a little bit. You can keep them most of the time. It's like we don't need the courts to get in our business, and but now that the court's in there, it's getting real hostile, and I mean, we're just gonna keep an eye on this one. It seems like.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely something we're gonna keep an eye on because it's gonna keep like unfolding as the weeks go on. I just feel like parents, both parents, if they want to be in the kid's life and if they both are like good people and everything, should be able to be a part of the kid's life. So I don't want it to be like, oh, Holly gets custody and he can't see his kid or anything like that. I mean, it's not up to me anyway though. But I hope that the judge actually like gives them some fair rights to their child at the end of the day. So we
But
can
I
see.
mean, once
Go
to
ahead.
in DDG's favor, once you start talking about hurting yourself or hurting me, then I think he had a right to present that to the judge. I hate, it got out on the internet and stuff like this that it has to be drug out this way. But yeah, once you talk about hurting yourself and hurting me or whatever, um, you are an endangerment to my child. So I mean, as much as I try to protect you and protect your image, I have to bring that type of stuff up, especially if you're talking about me not seeing my child or taking some of my rights away because, I have to make sure that he's not in danger and I have his best interest at heart also.
But you know what? I want to know what happened to like the privacy that's supposed to happen with court systems because like all this stuff is like as soon as it hits the court, it's like it's hitting the internet right away. Like I thought that there was supposed to be some type of privacy that you have when you're submitting documents and everything like that. But it's like now everything is on the internet. Like
Yeah,
everything.
all that's all that's public information unless it's sealed. I mean, people just hop on this app
Yeah, in the
called
court.
Pacer and it's all there. You know what I'm saying?
I hate that. I really do.
You,
Well,
you pay a little bit for it, and everything in the course is public.
yeah,
Yep.
that's terrible. Okay, y'all. So it looks like a lot of the duos is at odds, and one of the other famous duos that is at odds right now is Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I'm really kind of confused about exactly what's going on here. I'm seeing like different things. I know that Elon's not a part of Donald Trump's like um, cabinet anymore.
Administration.
Yeah,
Yeah.
administration anymore. But like, what happened? Why is this going on in the first place?
Man, you know what? Until I listened to Roland Martin, I guess he gave the most accurate breakdown of what probably happened. At first, I thought it was just two men with two big egos who was disagreeing because I thought it was just about Donald Trump's quote, big, beautiful bill. But apparently, it's about more than that. So let's jump into this clip about what Roland had to say it was over.
And we've now had to now watch this back and forth between this other fool, Elon Musk, who must have had a ketamine attack, as they are sitting here going back. Now this fool Elon calling for Trump to get impeached. Trump is threatening to pull all his government contracts. So now we got the world's richest man, who's a drug addict, going against this complete fool who wears a diaper, who poops in his pants because too much Adderall, allegedly. And we got all that going on, and I'm sitting there going, are y'all serious? I mean,
Well, on this episode of The Real Housewives of the White House, apparently what had happened was Elon Musk had started knocking down Stephen Miller's wife. And then when Elon Musk left 6 days ago, Stephen Miller's wife
Oh
left with
no.
him.
Yeah, I'm still lost. I'm still lost. I think I'm more confused.
Yeah, that's too much going on in the White House. I heard the treasurer actually punched Elon in the face, gave him a black eye. Elon tried to blame it on his 5-year-old son, but they said Eli had actually pushed him first, pushed him in the ribs like a rugby push or whatever. So all this childishness going on in the White House, it's not looking professional, man. Just like when they had that negotiation in front of everybody, it's unconventional. It's just like, bro, let's get back to at least having some decorum in this White House.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Go
so so Stephen Miller is apparently the Treasury Secretary's name or whatever position he holds. But apparently, this is what Roland said. This is the narrative right now that Elon Musk was sleeping with his wife, and even after he left the White House, Stephen Miller's wife left with him. So I mean, he called a black eye, but he still left with the man white. You know what I'm saying? Man, this is crazy what's going on. But this is who y'all elected. You know what I'm saying? DJ, this is your president. This is the man that you've been riding for, his administration. And look,
Ooh,
they try to call black people hood. This is the most ghetto presidency that we have ever seen.
ever seen, like
I
ever.
won't.
Like you
I won't
sleep,
deny it. I
and
won't deny it.
Elon got 15 kids in the first place, so I feel like he probably definitely is over there banging somebody's wife. I'm not surprised about that, but it's just it's like the fighting in the White House. We got black eyes, like now Elon. I seen him on Twitter or something like that the other day where he was like threatening to expose Trump for whatever the case may be, but
The Epstein files.
yeah, the Epstein files. It was like his name was in the Epstein files. We watched the documentary. We know his name was supposedly in those files. Regardless, I'm just like, this is so crazy. You want to bring it up now, but you were rocking with him this whole time until it was inconvenient for you. Now, oh, he was in the Epstein files. This is ghetto, really ghetto, ratchet.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is totally ghetto. I'm not gonna lie. This was my president. I rode for Trump, but at the end of the day, it's not on Trump. It's on his administration, and it's really showing you like these billionaires, these political figures, as much as they try to be holier than thou, they ain't. You know what I'm saying? They let their frustrations get in the way. It should. Some of them should have went to jail. Elon should have went to jail for putting hands on the treasurer. Nobody. I'm just saying, like, if this would have happened at a city council meeting or whatever, the people that was the regular people would have been in jail for something like that. Treat them with that same energy, man. I don't like how they get away with stuff just because they're political figures and billionaires. If you want to be a regular person, you should get treated like a regular person too.
Mm-hmm. My mama said,
Elon still got the bad end of the stick. Oh, go ahead, Carter.
oh, I was just saying, my mama, she said that if you get a gangster as a president, then you get gangster stuff going on in the White House. So she said, yeah, she said that's
I mean, at least we ain't got Sleepy Joe up in there, man. Sleepy Joe, he didn't even know how to put on his socks and shoes at the end of the day, man.
I'd rather
I'm
have
gonna
him.
be honest with
I'd rather have him. I don't want
you.
nobody with black eyes in the White House. This is crazy. What was you about to say, Demir?
Oh, I forgot, but yeah, I thought it was over this big beautiful bill that Trump had been introducing that Elon claims is going to add trillions of dollars to the national debt. But it's not like we didn't know at some point that both of these men were going to end up disagreeing, and Elon was going to end up leaving because both of them have such big egos.
Mm-hmm.
And Elon had an agenda. Trump was using Elon for his money. Elon wanted all those government contracts for his SpaceX program and his his Starlink, for the satellites and stuff. So he wanted all those government contracts. It's not like they wasn't gonna end up getting into it, at some point in this administration. But Elon, man, you gotta learn when to put that thing up, though. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be letting it fly everywhere.
I'm surprised he
Yeah,
didn't
man.
Trump's
It's unprofessional, man.
unprofessional. I mean, but that just shows you like you can't hire everybody. I mean, a lot of people want to bring their friends into different things, but sometimes you got to know if your friend is gonna actually ride for you or not. And the thing is like it's not surprising that Elon switched up like this. They were using each other for benefit. At the end of the day, Elon started off as a Democrat. Let's just start there. He used to be a Democrat, and
Yeah.
he switched to a Republican out of convenience. That's what's going on here. So it's like now it's like, okay, I'm finna just play the field to see whatever benefits me. And now if it's not benefiting me, let's just knock all this over. That's basically what he
Trump
did.
Trump did threaten him, though. He said if he better think of twice before he go back a Democratic candidate, because that won't turn out good for him. Shout out to Bearded Conversations and Secret in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get active, chat. Get active.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else you got to say about your president, DJ? You good with it now? You done with him?
I mean, this was ratchet. This was ratchet from him, but I still feel like he's the man for the job. He galvanizes the country in ways that we haven't seen, especially with the Democrats involved. So I just feel like you know it's gonna be okay. He does galvanize his country, and he makes America great again. So it's gonna be okay. Get rid of Elon Musk. I mean, he was using him for Twitter too, not just his money, because the Democrats had Facebook, and Facebook was blocking a lot of Republican stuff, and now Twitter was more of a neutral place to be. So I feel like they was using each other. Now it's getting out of hand. Kick Elon to the curb, and let's run our administration for the next 3 years the right way.
Twitter is not neutral. He was literally taking down posts from anybody that did said anything against Trump. That's not neutral. That's doing the same thing that you said Facebook was doing.
Also, I thought Zuckerberg was for Trump.
I feel like you.
Was
Now
Zuckerberg not?
Zuckerberg, that was well. I don't know if he wasn't a Republican, but his platform was like the Democrats had a lot of rules and regulations, and he was just succeeding to their rules and regulations. And Trump was not Trump. Elon wasn't having that this go around.
Oh no, Elon. He's so wishy washy. First, he say Twitter is all about
A
freedom
whole
of
lot of
speech.
fact
Then he
checking had to be
starts
done
censoring.
on that other platform.
Then
Can
he
y'all hear me?
starts censoring stuff himself. Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna see how this turn out because I think it's about to get real messy. On Twitter and everywhere else they can make it messy, it's about to get messy because Elon is ready to fight. Um, I guess it's hard out here to be the president. I get it.
Uh,
But one thing that I know that Trump is not no stranger to, and that is the beef and also assassination attempts. And recently, there was a president or a presidential candidate actually in Colombia that had an assassination attempt against him, where somebody tried to shoot him in the head while he was giving a speech. This was crazy, y'all. Let's play the clip.
Que tiene. Segundo, salud mental. El principal problema en Bogotá, en Colombia.
well, they missed the president, huh? They didn't hit him.
They hit him. That's the part right there. You see him holding his head. His shit leaking.
Ooh, this is a scary world we live in.
Oh man,
This is a scary world we live in.
yeah.
I don't even know where to go with this one. It's like I don't know. Everybody results to violence for everything. Like you don't agree with somebody, so now you're up there. Let me go shoot them. Like I don't know.
I mean,
I mean,
ooh,
this
man.
assassination. These assassinations getting crazy. Didn't Trump have two right before he got to the presidency? Now the Mexican president getting this. I think they said he was cracking down on what's that little militia they got the cartel. So he was trying to crack down on cartel, and cartel ain't having that. So I mean, most of the government over there is infiltrated by cartel members anyway. So yeah, if you, it ain't looking too good for the president. Did he make it?
Yeah, he's
I
still alive,
doubt.
I believe.
Did he? Did he make it? I doubt it because that was like a direct dome shot. I mean, if you go back and you watch it in slow motion, you can see when his head do like that and he just fall, man.
Well, what I seen was like a whenever I was watching a video, it said something about an assassination attempt. I don't know if he is okay now or not, but like at the time when I was watching the video, he was still alive. Um, so I don't know. Prayers to Colombia right now. Like
Okay.
that's crazy. I, but I mean, whoever was trying to shoot him, they was definitely trying to get him because I mean, as many gunshots as went off is like they were trying to make sure they got
Well,
it. But I heard something about a minor being arrested for it. So it's like maybe a kid that did it. Yeah, I think it was a kid that did it. This is yeah.
well, I don't even
The
think in other
cartel will
countries.
send those.
Yeah, in other countries, I don't think that matters. I don't think they care if you're a kid or not.
Nah, they don't matter. They ain't got no youth. But still, though, like the cartel will send the kids to go do their dirty work.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Trump
that
might have
was.
set that up.
Well, they
Oh,
say
you
Trump
think?
set it up. They saying Trump set it up.
I think. I don't know. Are you saying Trump set those up, or Trump set his own assassination attempts up?
Probably.
Oh, Trump said his own. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, that do feel a little fishy, but
yeah. I don't know because I mean
oh, he's
Trump.
recovering from surgery. Okay.
The assassination attempts that happened with Trump is like the one that happened at the rally. They said that the man that did it was a Republican. Why is
Yeah.
that? That don't make sense. And then the second one was like at a golf course or something like that. That one was a little bit more like possibly believable, but I don't know. Trump is just y'all know I don't like that man too much. So you know,
But in these cartel ran countries, I would be scared to run for president, man. I mean, unless you
Yeah.
being backed by a cartel and you're not talking about going after them or whatever, then you're a prime target for an assassination. You know that it's gonna happen. So why just be out there in the open? And I understand you don't want to live your life in hiding or live vicariously or act like that you're not afraid of these cartels, but they have so many weapons and so many corrupt officials at their disposal. You always leaving yourself wide open, and that's why I think the Mexican president is like, hey, we're not going after the cartels. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not like we've been able to stop them in all these generations. So I think it's to her is more about keeping her people safe, and also keeping her own self safe. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, ooh, man, I don't think I could do it.
me neither. What about you, DJ?
Yeah,
Having this,
man. I mean, even if he did, even if you were a president where these cartel ran countries, and you got a cartel backing you, you still open yourself up for blackmail and open yourself up to do things against your moral compass. So it's probably best to stay out of the political arena in those countries because obviously it's infiltrated with the cartels. Nothing you can do can put a dent into that. Unless you got the U.S. government by your side and Trump come in with this, with boots on the ground, and we take care of that. We can take care of that if y'all want us to,
Lord.
but it's gonna cost you.
now, now we coming in to be Captain Save a Ho. Oh my God.
Hey, we have to do it in Iraq. They said Saddam Hussein was what I'm saying. We had to do it a couple of times. We could do it for Mexico.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
she said that ain't happening though. Once the U.S. military get in there, we are not leaving until we get something that we want. It's something that Donald Trump
Well,
wants control of, that he wants to get in there.
yeah, we want our borders to stop being so vulnerable. We want the cartel to stop pushing fentanyl in our border states. We want these illegal aliens to stop coming over and feeling comfortable in these states. We want a lot going on, and let us help you out. Let us help you out, Mexico. We'll help you out.
We are the biggest consumer of drugs in the world. Do you actually think, you know what I'm saying? If it don't come from Mexico, it's still gonna come from Colombia, from Peru, from Afghanistan. You got all these other countries. And
Exactly.
China is the biggest importer to Mexico of the ingredients for fentanyl. So I mean, what do we do? What do we
Well, look,
do? We start there, and we actually want to stop it.
Well, we gotta tighten up what's on our side of the ocean real quick. We gotta tighten up what's bordering us real quick. You know what I'm saying? We already put them high tariffs on China. China didn't want those problems, so they kind of acquiesced to what we were demanding. So we gotta get Mexico to fall in line.
We're gonna see. It's getting wild out here. That's all I know. And it's getting wild not just in the foreign countries, but also right here in the USA. There have been protests breaking out all over the streets of LA because of ICE raids that have been happening in certain areas. We had a clip of that real quick. Oh wait, I think Demir
Let
might
me
have
see if I can play. 'Cause
rose up. Yeah,
Samir might have froze up. Let me see if
yeah.
I can find that clip. Where is that? DDG.
I see it. I'm gonna play. Mm.
Friday, when crowds gathered around federal law enforcement officers carrying out immigration raids in that area. And today, right now, we're seeing police using tear gas and flashbangs to clear the crowds.
Man, tear gas is crazy. I mean, I don't know if they didn't expect this to happen or not, but the immigration raids, I mean, I kind of expected protests to start happening. At the end of the day, you're taking people's families away. Like, that's not something to play with. So, especially because it's getting to the point where it's not just, oh, we're taking the criminals and the people that have past records and things like that. We're taking them back to their country. It's not that anymore. Y'all are literally coming in, taking people who are working at the tire shop and providing, paying taxes. At the end of the day, you're taking them away from their families, and it's gonna get real. Like I'm not surprised.
I mean, don't they got family in Mexico? Like, if you're
They
not gonna come here, yeah, they're not legal. Yeah, it does matter. If I'm driving down the street with no car insurance, they're gonna take me away from my family. They're gonna separate me from my daughter. They're gonna make me call my people, come get my daughter, or they're gonna tow my truck and they're gonna take me to jail. So it's the same thing for them. They want to break the laws. Yeah, you here with your immediate family. I mean, too bad, so sad. This ain't no natural. This ain't no naturalization type thing. You gotta come through. You gotta do the right thing. You breaking the laws. You gotta go. You got to go back to Mexico, Honduras, Venezuela, shit, Ghana, wherever you come from. You ain't come here correctly. Go on back home and try to get back in the country the correct way. Because trust me, if we went to your country illegally, you would have detained us too. Get that stuff done the right way, man.
No, get that stuff done the right way is just not practical at the end of the day. People don't understand what goes into actually trying to get legalized citizenship in the United States. People in the United States couldn't even probably pass the test that you have to take to try to be a legalized citizen in the United States. Also, it's not just people that have criminal records anymore that are getting taken away. There are people who literally have no criminal records that aren't doing anything that are getting detained. There was a college student. She's in college getting a degree. I forgot exactly what her degree was in, but she gets pulled over for a traffic stop where the cops admitted that they pulled her over wrongly. Like, she was not supposed to be pulled over. She didn't do anything wrong. And now she was sitting detained by ICE because of her illegal status. Mind you, this girl has probably been here since she was like 2 years old. Nobody, like, you know what I'm saying? She didn't have the choice of if she wanted to come here or not in the first place. It's just like, whenever you're trying to say, okay, we're going to take away the rapists and the people that's dealing drugs and got records, that's one thing. But then when you're taking people that have not done anything wrong away, that are just trying to better their life, and putting them in a country that some have they don't even know nothing about, that's dangerous. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. I don't agree with it at all.
You keep saying that they're not criminals when they actively are doing something illegal every day. Yes, you're a criminal. That's her fault. You can't come to this country. You can't even shoplift. If you shoplift, they're gonna take you away from your family. You're committing a crime. It doesn't matter if you've been here since you was 2 months old. Unfortunately, your people came through here and they came through in a crime. So you gotta go back and get it done correctly. It don't matter if we can pass the test or not. we got the papers to go back to the 18th century if we needed to let you know that we're a part of this country. We don't got to pass no tests. We naturally a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So for them to not want to go to their country and build their country up, it's not our fault.
No,
If you want to come over here,
how is
get
it
it done correctly.
how are you committing a crime if you came here at 2 months old and
It's
you
illegal.
but it's like you're not committing that crime. Somebody else did. And now you're just here as a result of it. So what are you supposed to do now? You don't know anything about the country that you were born in at that point. I mean, no, it's just that's crazy.
You got family over there. You might not know nothing, but you got family over there. So you're gonna be A-OK. Trust me, you're gonna be A-OK. And you want to finish up college, you can finish up online because they got online courses for you. But you cannot come to my country, get in here and get all the benefits and all the tax, whatever you're getting. You think you can come to this country and be illegal? You're committing a crime every day. That your pure existence is a crime for being illegal. It's not fair. You got to go back to Mexico. You got to go back to Honduras because first of all, we don't need you in the country acting. I mean, come on, I don't care if you did nothing illegal. Your mere presence is illegal.
That's crazy. I feel like people think that until they were if you were in that situation, then you would not think the way that you're thinking right now. You think that just
If
because
I was in that situation, I would have stayed in Ghana. I would have tried to get my citizenship the correct way. I know a lot of my friends from college who were Ghanaian who was here on visas until they graduated, then they got married, and then now they're here the correct way. They knew that they couldn't mess up in college
no,
before they was naturalized.
they're even sending people back that have visas though. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not just like the criminal. No, they're literally messing with people's visas. They're literally sending back people that are professors at colleges and things like that. People have not been in those countries for most of their lives, and then you're trying to send them back to third world countries that they won't be able to survive in. Like it's just ridiculous. It's like you have no care for human life if you want to send them back to places like that. They're really trying to survive and try to be there.
It's a whole country. Those are countries that we visit. It ain't like it's impossible to survive. We visit those countries to let our hair down and have fun. People visit the beaches of Mexico to let our hair down and have fun. Those countries are survivable. If you're doing it in America, you can make it here. You can make it anywhere. Go take your skills that you learned from being in this country illegally. Go set you up at McDonald's over there. Go set you up some type of way to sustain your family. But guess what? You can't do it over here because you ain't come here correctly. It's not fair.
We are Americans. Yes, we go let our hair down in these countries. But at the end of the day, that's like tourism that we go to. We go to specific parts in the country. But when you go there, and I'm a person, I travel a whole lot. When I go to those like other countries, I've been to a lot of different countries. They're the most poor places I've ever been in my life. It's actually the saddest situations I've ever seen. I see people that make $15 a month and they're trying to survive. They're getting limited amount of like eggs and supplies. Kids are running down the street. I went to Cuba one time, and when I was in Cuba, I'm walking down the street after I come out of a restaurant, and there were kids outside begging for my leftovers. Those are not places you can survive. Like Mexico, yeah, we go to like, what is it called? Cabo, and have fun in Cabo. But those people, the reality of the people that actually live there, it's not a let your hair down type of thing. Those people are really struggling and everything like that. Like there's so many other different parts of Mexico. There's so many other parts of Colombia and everything besides what y'all see with tourism. Like, no, that's not a good argument.
That got nothing to do with us. Those kids are gonna grow up to have kids. They ain't struggling. Their lifestyle, just because their lifestyle ain't as pristine as ours, doesn't mean that they are living a bad lifestyle. These people are living. Some people think they're living more closer to the lifestyle of a human than what we are. We're in front of screens all day. We're in front of this pollution with traffic all day. These people have actual trees and land and you know what I'm saying? Actual, like, what the earth is supposed to look like. They better cherish that, figure it out. While you in your country, figure it out. We figured it out in America. Stop piggybacking off of what we're doing and make your country stronger, especially if you're one of the best and the brightest. Stop wasting your resources in a foreign country and go help your people out. Because we don't need you here.
They come here to help their countries out. Like people in Africa, They come here to get a better life, start making more money, and they send money back to their countries a lot of the time to try to help those countries out. That just shows you right there how much the other countries are struggling, depending on, what actual like country you're coming from. Every country is different, but most of them are struggling, and that's why people come here, so they can get away from violence, so they can get away from cartels, so they can get away from all these crazy things. And I don't know. I wish I could just go drop you off real quick in another country so you could just see.
I'm not from that
Like,
country. I'm not from that country. They ain't got nothing to do with me. We got ghettos. They got nothing to do with me. We got ghettos.
I literally had kids running behind our, like, wherever we are. There's people don't have cars. They don't have food. They don't have water. Like,
They don't need cars.
It's bad.
They don't need cars. They got food. If they running after the car, they got food. They just because they can't go to Chili's or McDonald's like we do, that's not their lifestyle. We can't compare our lifestyle to a billionaire like Michael Jordan. If so, Michael Jordan could look at us and be like, man, these kids, they ain't got 5 cars, they don't got no plane. No, we don't got that. We don't need all that though. And they don't need everything that we got. I'm sorry. If you can survive in your country, bring your country up. When Selena, people did great things in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. You said who did great things? Selena. Selena wasn't from Mexico. I don't think. I think she was born in Corpus. Her family
I didn't mean Selena.
and she. But like that's what I'm saying.
Other people.
This is crazy. I met a girl like couple like the other week when I was in LA, and she was down here completely by herself because her whole family got deported. And that was one of the most like sad situations ever. Like sitting there, like she's sitting here trying to figure out how to survive. And imagine being in a country where she was born here, but you're here completely by yourself. You have nobody look to, no family, nobody. You're just trying to figure out life by yourself. At the end of the day, it takes a village to raise anybody. So if you want to try to say like, oh, if you're born in America, you're supposed to be taken care of a certain way. She was born in America. She's still not getting the whole life and advantage that everybody else gets that has families and different things like that. So I don't know. Like to me, the immigration.
A lot of Americans ain't got a lot of Americans ain't got family. I don't feel sorry for these people. Their whole family got deported. Oh well, you got FaceTime. If not, you can buy a plane ticket, go visit your mama during Thanksgiving.
I'm in all these other countries. Oh no. Okay, we got.
They got FaceTime in Mexico. They got FaceTime in Mexico.
They got WhatsApp if you have a phone that you can actually use to do it, but everybody don't have access to internets and to phones and to like they don't have.
Everybody ain't got access to phones. They ain't got that access to hear it with the phones either.
Man,
so you know what I'm saying? You can't feel sorry for them just because they from a different country. Figure it out in your country. Your country got a GDP. Your country got a president. Your country got all type of resources. Don't sit there and be trying to come to my country and put a strain on the system. You're gonna put a strain. That's why we can't really get Social Security popping. We got all type of illegals on our system, bruh. Go get it done the right way.
That's the problem with America.
It's not that hard.
They're very selfish. That's the thing, is that people in these other countries, they don't, but regardless, they don't have resources. If somebody came right here and said, I'm finna send you back to Africa, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool at the end of the day. We don't have resources, and Americans are mad because they're like, oh, we don't have enough resources because of the illegals, so we can't get, like you say, Social Security, or we can't get food stamps, different stuff like that. Go work. Like, at the end of the day, like, you can go and you can easily, it's way easier for an American to go get a job and get their life together versus these people who are risking their lives to come from across, like, wherever country they're coming to. They're working really hard, trying to do things. And it's like, why are we pushing these people back? Americans are lazy. They don't want to work. They don't want to do a lot of different things. But we
ain't got to do it. This is our country. It's our country. They need to figure out their country because right now, we don't have to do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We built the infrastructure up to where we can last. Our forefathers, you talking about go back to Africa, I'm like 10 generations removed from Africa. They're like not even one generation removed from their country. Take your back to the country, go visit They need to go visit their abuela, you know what I'm saying? Go get some understanding from their abuela. Their abuela didn't live this whole time in that country. They're going to be just fine. There's nothing wrong with that country, man.
DJ Design,
bring it back to its greatness.
He's about to get canceled on the internet. That's
I don't know how they're going to cancel me. If you don't...
Oh, wait, I don't know what happened, but Demir, you missed the whole argument. We've been going back and forth about this immigration because this DJ Designs he's wild. He really think everybody just supposed to get sent back. I don't
I
know.
mean, I don't know. You have to sympathize. We still on the protest and stuff.
Yeah, we on the process. We couldn't get past it. We couldn't get past it. He was talking crazy.
I mean, don't we have to sympathize with those people though? And I just want to say this: I'm glad I didn't miss this part. But hey, y'all can't say this is only black people that do this rioting and burning buildings and stuff like that because it's happening right now in LA and it's not the black people this time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But don't we have to sympathize with those people because we're always being told to go back to Africa or you know what I'm saying? Things like this. But even though we are Americans now, but I think the Mexicans are going through, and this was their land before it was the Europeans, and I think the Mexicans are going through something similar to what blacks went through in the civil rights era.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. Like they're definitely going through it right now, but it's like at the end of the day, as another person of color, I sympathize with it, and I just don't feel like if you're here living right and really trying to make a better life for yourself, that you should just be getting shipped back to a country that a lot of them don't know nothing about. And that's basically what the argument was about because he feels like they're taking all our resources away and that they'll be fine in their other countries. I don't think that they'll be fine in their other countries. That's why they left it. At the end of the day, like they left the country because they knew it was dangerous. There's not a lot of resources here. It's hard to survive. I want to go make a better life for myself. And we're supposed to be the land of opportunity. So I understand why people come here at the end of the day. I understand that it's really hard to get citizenship at the end of the day. Yeah, okay, you can try to say like, oh, these people should be going about it the right way or whatever the case may be. But most Americans, y'all cannot pass the test that they have to take. You don't have the money that they have to have. You don't have it's a long process. You have to have somebody sponsor you. It's just so much that goes into it that people don't understand.
And at the end of the day, what if they just told us to pack up and go back to Africa, a place that we know nothing about? You know what I'm saying? There's
Nothing.
not a black person living today. I mean, we might have some descendants or some ancestors from there, but I don't think it's a black person living today that could just pick up and go over there and find their tribe. You know what I mean? So
This is totally
yeah, I
different.
get that. What the Mexicans are
That is
saying, even
totally
though
different.
we do have a lot of
We've been here for it.
we do have a lot of
Go ahead.
immigrants in the United States, people that come here illegally and have kids, but you know, we the one with the open borders. I mean, we wanted them here to do the labor jobs that nobody else want to do. Now all of a sudden you want to kick them out, don't want them to come in.
Exactly. We wouldn't have an America
Man,
if we didn't have
I don't
immigration.
know how y'all keep equating us to, like going back to Mexico. Going back to Africa is the same as going back to Mexico. These people
BJ, we
aren't
can't
even a
hear you.
whole.
I know I can't.
Oh, I can hear
Y'all
him.
can't hear me?
I'm
Uh,
crazy. I can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you
I
hear me?
can hear him.
Can you hear me,
no, I
Demir?
can't hear you.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know why you can't hear him. I can hear him loud and clear. But
Let me try to jump back on my computer. I don't know what's wrong with my laptop.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. My point's been made. My point's been made.
hey, can we just
We can
before
move on.
can we agree that we would not have an America without immigration in the first place, right? Like you wouldn't have none of these people, none of this country. Like just because it's basically like they're saying now that if you didn't get here before a certain deadline, you got to go back to where you're from. But before that, the country was built off of people coming here from different places and spreading out and moving different places and colonizing it, land that was never theirs in the first place. So that's all I gotta say.
That's not immigration though. That's just straight conquering some shit. That's a little different.
Okay.
This is not immigration. They came through. They came through and straight conquered the African American. The Native Americans, and they came through. They took some of the African Americans and they put us into servitude. But we were here before there were even in the United States of America. We were part of this fabric before that. Mexico, they surrendered their stuff over to Sam Houston and all that stuff, and then they had a big old Louisiana Purchase. bro, y'all got surrendered.
So,
It's not no
so
longer
if
y'all
they
land.
come over here and they start fighting us and they start a war, then if they conquer us, then that's at that point it's cool with you, basically.
Yeah, they ain't conquering shit though. That's the problem. They
All
ain't
right.
conquering nothing. That's how all the land got. How do you think Mexico even became Mexico?
He
They
said you
conquered
don't
some
like
people
that.
for that too. Spain came over and conquered all that shit from the goddamn natives and goddamn selves. So yes, you're gonna get conquered, and if you won, then now you're the successor. But at the end of the day, you guys got to go
Tonight,
back
two
to your
women
country.
are
It's not the
facing
same,
multiple
bro.
charges after deputies
That's
say
a
they tried to
video.
smuggle contraband.
My bad, y'all.
All right, let's go to the next subject. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
when it
move
comes
on.
to ICE, they're targeting people that they kind of try to claim are criminals, but it looks like the officials really need to be paying attention to the people who are in America already that are born criminals, because two women just got arrested for trying to smuggle drugs into a prison. Now, this is nothing new, honestly, but let's watch the video real quickly.
Can
Into
you get it?
Washington State Prison. Sheriff Joel Cochran says they were caught near the prison with drugs, phones, a knife, and a drone. You can see some of the items deputies took on your screen right now. Both women are now charged with trafficking, possession, and trying to trade with
A drone,
inmates.
yeah, that was high tech. Shout out to them right there. I got to give it to them. We ain't doing pigeons no more. We get smarter. We got a drone popping through.
So how is this okay for them to be smuggling drugs into a prison, but whenever the Mexicans do it, now it's a problem? I'm so confused. But go ahead.
This ain't they. This ain't their country. I ain't saying it's okay, but I'm saying this ain't their country. Like, what's gonna happen to these two young women? They gonna go to jail. They gonna get separated from their family. They gonna get all this that's going on with these illegals that's committing crimes too. Your crime is just outlandishly being illegal. They about to go to jail. But what I'm saying is they did it smart. I can't be mad at them for having drones, getting their money up, scamming. That's what they do. It
It
was
was
kind of smart to
it
me.
wasn't too smart. They got caught. So I mean, there that's one thing, and then on top of it, it's just like I don't know. Here you go.
So you condone them going to jail. Hold on. You condone them for going to jail for breaking the law. But if they're Mexican and they break the law, it's like, oh well, they got a family. Don't separate them from their
No,
family,
no, no.
even though
You're
they
not,
break, even though
no.
they broke the
What I
law.
said. You're not hearing what I said. I'm not condoning them breaking the law, these people breaking the law, whatever the case. I said the Mexican people that are here that are not breaking the law, that are paying their
How they
taxes.
not break?
There are a lot of people that's not breaking the law at the end of the day. Just because they're illegals, okay, you're trying to say that that's how they're breaking the law. If I was
Yeah,
not born here, but I got here when I was 2 months, I'm not knowingly breaking the law. I'm just here. That's all I know at the end of the day. So to me, like that's not
hey, you
that's null and void.
you grandfathered in from breaking the law. You
Basically,
grandfathered in. You broke.
basically, you didn't do
You
nothing.
breaking the law.
These
Look,
girls knowingly went and tried to
it's
smuggle
like
drugs into a prison. I mean, I'm not saying whatever is right or wrong, but at the end of the day, it's like, okay, they're gonna go to jail for maybe a couple months, a couple years. They're gonna get out. They're gonna be back with their family. These people that are getting deported, they're getting deported, and they're never coming back. They're not coming back. Trump trying to say,
guess
"Oh, you
what?
come
Their
in,
family can go visit them.
man."
Their family can go visit them.
They
It's
family
that simple. Like
too, but that's way cheaper to go drive to a prison versus trying to get a flight to Mexico to another country.
that's
You know,
your country. You love it so much. You got flags hanging up in America. You protesting with your country flag. Go live in your country. Go be Viva la Mexico, whatever you got going on. Go Cinco de Mayo in Mexico. You ain't got to do all that over here.
So just because you stay somewhere else, you can't love the place that you're from. That's just like you moving to LA and having a Texas flag in your house, or wearing, you know, I'm from Texas apparel or something like that. You can't be proud of where you're from.
You can be proud. It's a difference from being proud of where you're from and like basically negating where you at. It's like, nah, bro, you here now. And matter of fact, you came here illegally. You're not proud where you're from. You're just trying to come soak up this free game we got in America. And guess what? You did it illegally. You gotta go back, bro. You got to go back.
They just trying to come over here and make a better life for themselves in most instances.
Why can't they do that? Why can't they do that in Venezuela? I see rich
That's
people in
just
Venezuela. I see.
I'm gonna buy you a ticket to Venezuela as soon as I get some money. When I get some
Hey,
money
if
to
I
buy
was,
you a ticket, I'm gonna send you over there for a month. I just want you to go thug it out. I'm not
if
no
I was,
deal on that ticket. Just go thug it out.
if I was Venezuelan, I would want to stay in my country and fix it up. I'm not about to come fix up America. I got people in my country that's struggling. Let me go fix that up. You
man.
could
Look
be
at it
prominent.
like look at it like all the states are countries, right? All the states of the United States are countries. Look at it like that. So California will be a country, New York will be a country, Texas will be a country. Okay, so you telling me if you move from Texas to say California, then what? You should just go back home, not make a go. You went there to make a better life for your family. So you telling me you can't rep where you from, be proud of where you from, and move to California to try to make a better life for your family? Look at it that way.
But there is you got laws in place for a reason. You coming from this disorderly country and you think you're going about to bring that to my country? You already came and you started off on the wrong foot by coming in here illegal. I see students come in here all the time, work through their visa and get their naturalized citizenship. If you can't come through here illegal, I can't trust you anyways. You got to bust your
Okay, so
hide. You can't
look,
do certain
you
things.
going from a Republican state to a Democratic state. Why you want to bring your Republican ass mindset to my Democratic state? Stay your ass in Texas.
The difference is this is my country from sea to shining sea. From sea to shining sea. This is my country. I can go where I please. I have the right to do as I please.
Oh my God.
From that's just what it is. I'm sorry, but that's rules are rules. If we don't follow rules, then we become lawless. And
Okay,
but
but
we can let them get away with that. But as soon
since
as
you
an
said
African
that,
American,
these are man-made laws, right? Okay, so in the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, God said, "Go and subdue the earth." So why can't we roam freely?
you can't roam free because we didn't conquer this. We didn't conquer it, and we laid out some rules and regulations. So until you come conquer this back, you can go get Santa Ana back, and before we capture Santa Ana, made them sign the little clauses. Right now, you only thing you can do is try to overthrow this government. Other than that, fall in line. Yeah, you can throw the Bible in there all you want to. Who gonna conquer us right here on Earth right now in America? Ain't nobody conquered us. We ain't worried about them. I'm sorry. Santa Ana
You
signed
gonna
it
be
over. Santa Ana gave us Texas and New Mexico.
in the next 20 years, you're gonna be speaking Chinese. You're gonna see about that.
Okay.
Hey,
Does he want to talk about?
If Chinese come conquer us, they come do their thing, but I doubt it.
Okay, we
I'm
just
just trolling them. Go
we
ahead.
okay. Since he want to talk about laws and people that's not following the laws, let's talk about Antonio Massey, who has another update. At this point, this man is still on the run. How you feel about that, DJ Designs? You happy for him or what? 'Cause you
I
always
mean,
see
I
what he's
mean, from
doing
what
for laws.
I feel you, but he's a naturalized citizen, straight from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? But from what he's saying, it's a bigger conspiracy going on. Just like what the sheriff said before. The sheriff said that she feel like it's a political season. It's what is it called? Voting season, re-election, and she feel like that people trying to shit on her name. Basically, he said that he got let out of prison. I mean, the jail. He said they let him out. And the sheriff was saying that from the beginning that she feel like it was some inside shit going on. So I feel like it's something bigger at play right now.
Okay, so let me go ahead and go back and break some of this down. So Antonio Massey and about I forgot exactly how many prisoners it was, but I think it was around 10 people. They broke out of prison. At this point, it's been a few weeks to a month or so since this happened.
Yeah.
And Antonio Massey and one more prisoner are still well, not even prisoners. People they think I think that it was jail that they broke out of, right? It wasn't prison, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a jail.
So they broke out of jail. So there's two of them that are still on the loose. And Antonio did an IG live story the other day, and basically in the live he was saying that I got let out of prison. I didn't hold a shank to anybody. That janitor, if he feared for his life, he really could have told the police on me and everything like that. He was like, he literally let us out of the door. On top of that, he's saying that all the charges that were put against him, which was like rape, there was like an assault, um, there was a few different
Domestic
charges,
violence. Yeah.
domestic violence. They were saying that all those charges, he was saying basically all those charges in the affidavit were actually dropped, and that he was just still basically sitting in jail for no reason, even though the girl came
Yeah.
forward and said that none of this happened. So this is what he said. He had two pieces of paper. He was showing the papers and saying like, I need help. He was asking help from Lil Wayne, Donald Trump, um, all types of,
NBA.
yeah, NBA young boy, asking everybody to reach out and just try to help him. And what was just kind of funny about it was like, he did the IG live, and after the IG live, they come and try to find where the IG live was done at. They still haven't found this man. He is playing in their face. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah.
But if it is true, and if it is like, you're sitting in jail for something that you didn't do, then it's like, I get it. You don't want to be there. That happens a lot to black men and people just in the system, period. They're sitting in jail for stuff that they didn't do. But I don't know. I wish the girl would come forward and let us know if she really did go and drop all these charges. That would help us figure out what's going on for real.
Now he literally 10 steps ahead of these people, and yeah, he playing directly in their face. Um, he got them all confused. They don't know if that's old the video because supposedly it was taken 3 miles away from the prison, so they don't know how old this video was. It could have just been released. You know what I'm saying? And then he got this new picture right here that was posted of him. Me myself, I think this is an old picture. He's just using it to throw it off because if you notice, his haircut is low. You know what I'm saying? And in the video, he still had his dreads and everything on the top of his head. So I think he's doing a lot of stuff to throw them off. They don't know where to look or which way to go. It's just a guessing game at this point, and they hoping that somebody is gonna turn him in for the reward money. I think that's all their investigation hinges on at this point with him and Derrick Rose. I think they relying on that reward money to bring these fugitives in.
But I think they also going to sit back and wait for him to turn himself in because it can become taxing mentally to just be out. Somebody might snitch on you. You can actually get killed by the police. We know they trigger happy. So it's like, I feel like he going to be like, all right, I've proved my point. I've came to the end with my point. I'm tired. Let me turn myself in. But that other dude, that Derek dude, he ain't been seen since they ran out that jail. He been so low key. I don't think he really trying to turn himself in at all. And I hope ain't nothing happened to him like R.I.P. wise.
Nah, I don't think nothing happened to him. I think that he literally just playing it smart. And I feel like Antonio, the reason why he's being seen is just because he really feels like his case needs to be heard at the end of the day. If it wasn't that, if he literally just left and he really did the crimes that he says that he did, I think that he would have kept quiet and just been under the radar, just like Derek is. But I don't know. We're gonna see how this end up going. I'm interested. I know that Netflix is gonna pick it up at some point. I'm ready to watch the documentary. You know, I'm ready to see what really went down.
Now, for real, he making law enforcement look like fools at this point because first they said he was spotted in Mississippi,
Hmm.
and then to be had this video and you raided a home 3 miles away from the jail is really insane. He was in that close of proximity, and y'all mean to tell me y'all didn't have a clue and couldn't quarantine this man off
Hmm.
some type of way? You know what I'm saying? To be 3 miles from the jail. So yeah,
Yeah, it's very crazy. All right, let's move on to another update. We're on like day 18 of the Diddy trial at this point, and at this point, we're trying to figure out who the new Jane Doe is. Some people are thinking that it's 50 Cent's baby mama. And this trial is just, every day it gets crazier and crazier. let's get into it. Y'all have any thoughts on the new updates that have been going on with the trial?
I mean, um, it ain't no speculation. It is 50's baby mama, especially with the work that DJ Academic's been saying. I feel like I see why 50 hate Diddy now. Got his baby mama doing freak offs for 10K a month. Come on, man. But he ain't got her doing nothing. She wanted to prove her. She wanted to be the Cassie replacement. I feel like Diddy winning this case so far. Now he is damned by the evidence about him. Um, what is it called? Racketeering, by how he got that information. Well, got the video from the bodyguards and all that. I didn't know that was racketeering. I thought that could just be bribery. Damn. So I feel like he could be kind of cooked just off that charge. But all this sexual sex trafficking, boy, stop.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like Diddy got some wins this week. I'm not gonna lie, especially with Brian Steele and Nicole Westmoreland. And I told y'all Nicole Westmoreland was a dog. She actually got up there and made Mia seem like a total liar. She totally discredited everything she said, right? Um, and I thought that was breaking the case wide open for Diddy right there, the way Brian Steele and Westmoreland came back with those defensive tactics. But with that being said, when Jane Doe got on the stand, now we're gonna have to see how the defense approaches this because she seems like a very credible witness, and this has been up to recently. She said she just stopped messing with Diddy when he went to jail.
Yeah.
Shout out Young Miami. You know, you was that other broad that she was talking about on the stand that he was giving that attention to. You know what I'm saying? That he threw the big birthday party and stuff for. But everything she's saying has proven to be credible. Now, is it? I mean, is this why 50 Cent bad? I mean, probably so. You know, he turned your baby mama into a flipper, basically. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
man. I mean, it's and she said, you know, she was getting the drugs from KK, made to move, you know, get the drugs and bring them to certain areas from KK. And KK has been named as a co-conspirator in this case. So, will KK flip on Diddy, or is she gonna ride
Who is
with
KK?
KK was his personal assistant. What's her name? Christina Caron.
Okay. At this point, I want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Do y'all think they're
that's
gonna put Miami on the stand too? Young Miami.
They could. They said if you ain't testifying for the state, then you subject for charges yourself. So I believe Miami might. Ooh, that's a tough. That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah, that's gonna be. But
Oh,
she,
look like Derek.
yeah, he looked like he's frozen again. I don't feel like she would be like the best witness to put up there though, because she seemed like she really had a good relationship with Diddy. Like I feel like if anything is gonna be on a, it would be for him. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't be somebody to put up there to try to go against him at the end of the day, because like their relationship seemed like she enjoyed what was going on. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
they had fun, on shopping strips and shopping trips and flying places and like. So I don't know if she
well,
gonna get put up.
they, but if she goes for him, they could bring up charges against her. So I think either she gonna sit it out or she gonna go with the prosecution because last thing she wanted is because I heard she was actually transporting drugs.
Hmm.
She was transporting what they call it, the pink cocaine. I forgot what they call it,
Yeah, the pink.
something. But
yeah
she
ketamine.
was transporting that in her purse or her body or on her plane, and she can be that's transporting drugs across state lines. That's a real charge. So I don't think she would want to even. Yeah, like you said, if they did put her on the stand, it'd be more swaying towards Diddy. But I don't think she want to go up there for Diddy. That wouldn't be too smart.
On her end, yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was already like that. She
I
was
don't think she gonna testify for Diddy.
Oh
not
I
well.
mean,
for him.
maybe
But
she will.
if the prosecution put her up there, she can help him out.
like Drake say, maybe she won't, but maybe she will.
Okay, well, with the Diddy trial, we know that that's going to be going on for still a few weeks. There's a lot of stuff is going to keep coming out, and so we'll definitely keep y'all updated on that. But let's get into Lil Wayne dropping Carter 6. I haven't listened to the album yet, so I'm going to let y'all go ahead and give y'all thoughts on what y'all thought about the album drop. Yeah, because I haven't listened yet.
Man,
I
I want
actually
to do
thought.
a review.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
I want
one
to do
X
a review.
Wayne head.
Yeah, I came back into a lot of my friends was hitting me like, "What you think about this album? What you think about this album?" And I wasn't gonna listen to it, but I was like, "Let me give it a shot," because everybody's shitting on it, and that's just not cool. Man, I listened to it; it was good.
Mm-hmm.
People want to hear murder, murder, kill, kill all day. I like his bars. He had daddy bars in there. He had he had grind bars. He had songs I could listen to with my kid about keep on the same track. He had rock star bars. Man, I thought it was a very good album. At first, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he got that pops. I know you like that LL song, that Lil Wayne. That he
That
Lil
was
Wayne.
hard.
Come on, I like when people can take classics and do them and still be innovative in it and don't just rely on the classic to be a hit. I felt like he did good, man. People are hating. At first, halfway through, I was giving it a 6.5, and then I listened to it all the way in. I gave it an 8.5. I don't see. It's not a bad album. It's pretty good to me, man. I can't complain. I listened to it 3 times. It was so good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was reading the reviews before I actually listened to it, and I was like, damn, this. Everybody was saying it's trash and naming this track and that track. So I actually downloaded it, listened to it, and I'm like, this is what everybody was asking for. I mean, it was vintage Wayne, really. The only thing that I think this album was missing, besides the production, now I get it. I can say I thought the production was lackluster, the beats and stuff. I think they could have picked better beats. But overall, this was vintage Wayne. He gave you mixtape Wayne. He gave you Carter Wayne. The only thing that he was missing was songs like Mrs. Officer or a prostitute fans. You know what I'm saying? Like something specifically for the women, I would say. But I think other than that, I think it was a well-rounded album, and I think people need to give it another listen because this is the Wayne that everybody wanted. This is the metaphor Wayne. It's the punchline Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Look, Wayne is never gonna give you a lot of substance. If you go back to any of his
Ever.
albums, yeah, they not based on substance. They based on lyrics and metaphors. He's a rapping ass nigga, and that's exactly what you got on this album.
Mhm.
That's how I feel about it.
Exactly.
I
I
thought it
don't.
was good myself.
I think people are just people. I mean, people gotta understand. Wayne and birthed all these styles that's out there. Everybody's talking about they don't rap no more. They just go to the mic and they punch in. They get up in there. They vibe off the top and they punch in. Wayne been doing that. Wayne is probably the most copied rapper out there. So it's like you guys are like, oh, he ain't giving me no substance. Bro, that's because everybody is copying his style. Everybody, I like when he has so many white girl double entendres. He had that one song about that sugar sweet. I like when he gives you those white girl double entendres because it's like, how many times can you talk about Christina Aguilera? You know what I'm saying? You know you
Yeah,
talking about the white girl. You know you talking about that white stuff. I thought it was just a good album. Like you said, it was vintage Wayne. He talking about his two twin Glocks, Maria and Maria. Come on, he's been talking about that the whole time. He just found new ways to talk about the same stuff that he's been saying. It's a little more catchier. I like it. People gotta stop hating, man. It's just at a point where everybody's looking at him like a rapper, just straight rapper. This man is an artist. He's not just a rapper. He has all type of fans. He's not going to just be this backpack ass rapper. He's not going to be the promethazine rapper. He has different styles. And he said in the song one time, "I got so many styles. I am a group." Respect that. Respect this man's mind. Respect his music, and stop all the hating shit, bro. You act like people can't just have longevity. You want them to be something totally different every time. Man, let this man rock out, bro.
Then he gave y'all exactly what y'all asked for, and then y'all
He
turn
gave me what I
y'all
asked for.
turn around and call it trash. I don't understand that. Like, this is what y'all said y'all wanted. Y'all wanted mixtape Wayne back. Y'all wanted the Carter series back, like go back to the Carter 1 and 2. I mean, the Carter 2 and 3. And I felt like that's what he did. That's what he gave y'all. Like I said, it was a couple of duds on there. I'm not gonna lie, but overall, it was a solid
It
project.
was.
Hey,
It
I
was a
mean,
couple of duds, but yeah, that's why I gave it 8.5.
at the end of the day, people expect a lot from Lil Wayne because a lot of people, Lil Wayne is their number one rapper of like, well, alive, rapper alive. That's their number one. So I think that it's just like the expectations that they put on him is definitely just going to be like way higher. So that's probably really what it was. I had one of my friends that told me that they like it was cool, but like it was just like a little different than what they expected for like the album. I gotta go
That's
listen to it
crazy.
before I make my judgment on it. But
It's kind of like LeBron. It's kind of like LeBron. People just see greatness and get used to the greatness. It's like, oh, LeBron, cool. Bro, this dude is 6'10", moving like a 6'2" person, jumping out the gym. Stop playing. Longevity, stop playing. Give this man his props, bro. It's not regular. But I would say for Bitter Conversation, talking about he don't like it. Bitter, you up there north, man. Y'all barely like our stuff anyways. You up there in Chicago, y'all barely like our stuff, man.
You saying Bearded like that drill rap?
I don't know if he like that drill rap. He like that common sense. You know what I'm saying? He
He
probably
from
on some type of
Chicago.
common sense
Chicago
type.
home with the drill.
I know,
Chicago.
but common sense from Chicago too.
Well, I thought that was I thought it was more like a mixtape actually. He said he wish he would have hit us with a mixtape. I thought it had that mixtape feel to it.
I felt like it had that mixtape feel, and then it was polished because I was like you said, I was missing that process two flame Wayne. I was missing that edgy cadence, the edgy topic. I was missing a little bit of that, but like you said, he kept it safe. He kept it Wayne. He brought it back. He even referenced some of his old tracks. Stop playing with him, man.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid project. Carly, you give it a listen and tell us what you think about it.
yeah, I'll let
Yeah.
y'all know next week once I listen to it. I mean, y'all already know, like me, I'm not a huge Lil Wayne fan in the first place. I like Drake a little bit better, but not because I feel like Drake a better rapper than Lil Wayne. I feel like Lil Wayne a better rapper. I just listen to Drake more often. So I kind of, I didn't even know he was dropping an album. I will say that. I
But
didn't
Drake
know.
got that softer side. You like that?
Yeah.
You like them feminine niggas like
You like
last
that girl love Beyonce.
Well,
like last week's topic.
I think it's like I feel like Lil Wayne, whenever he drops, it kind of like be coming out of nowhere almost because it's just like he kind of. I don't hear from Lil Wayne too often besides like when the Super Bowl stuff was going on. Okay, he came out, he was upset about the Super Bowl. He said something about Kendrick Lamar. After that, he go out into his little shell, and after that, I don't really hear much from him. So it's just like whenever he come out with an album, I'm like, oh, like for real? When it just came out, and I'm like, oh, okay, so now I gotta go listen to it. But I mean, I'm gonna give it a listen, and I'll report back and let y'all know what I think about it. All right, y'all. That's all the topics for today. Thank y'all so much for spending the block with us. As always, we will be back next week on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And until then, have a great week, y'all. Bye.
I don't know the late format.